Hello, everyone. Welcome to our seated deep stretch session today. The goal is to get tension out of our bodies, a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of flexibility, mobility. So we'll go ahead and get started from your seated position. So I'm in a chair that has no arms. So if I need support, I'll probably hold on to the base of my chair, but you can find what's going to work best for you in the space that you are in. We're going to start sitting up nice and tall. So feet flat to the floor, about hip width apart, shoulders stacked over the hips. And we're just going to start with some deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe, maybe you relax your shoulders away from your ears a little bit. Just taking some nice, slow breath. And we're going to add our arms to our movement. So every time we inhale, we're going to sweep our arms out to the sides and up over the head. And every time we exhale, we're going to float those hands back down by our sides. You'll take this at your pace with your breath. Think about reaching those fingertips nice and tall and long towards the ceiling with the inhale, and a nice slow intentional float of the arms down with the exhale, taking your time. Thinking about rolling your shoulders down and back away from the ears, even with that reach of the fingertips. We're going to build onto this here. So next time you inhale and your arms are up, we're going to take it to a forward fold. So you'll fold yourself in half, reach those arms forward and then down towards the toes. Your chest comes towards your thighs. That's your forward fold. Then we're going to take it to a halfway lift. So you'll inhale, maybe bring your hands to your thighs, come up halfway, and then you'll exhale back into that full forward fold. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly roll back up to a seated position, nice and tall, and we're going to do it again. So you'll inhale, reach your arms out to the sides, up over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then keep breathing as you come all the way back up to your seated position, and we go through it again. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And we're just going to hold a couple breaths here, down in your fold. And when you are ready, you can slowly roll all the way back up to your seated position. We transition to neck circles. So sit nice and tall. For your neck circles, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. Right ear will come towards right shoulder. It doesn't have to touch. And then when you roll your neck or your head back for the back part of the neck circle, think about instead pulling the chin up and forward instead of tilting the head back. Bringing that chin forward and up will get you the stretch through the front of the neck before you transition left ear, left shoulder, and then chin back down. With that chin going up and forward too, you're just releasing any tension through the back of the neck. Let the shoulders hang heavy as you go through just some neck mobility here. Warming up. One place I hold a lot of tension is the base of the neck between the shoulder blades. So starting to loosen that up here. When you're ready, we'll reverse directions. So this time you tuck your chin to your chest, left ear, left shoulder, chin up and forward, and then right ear, right shoulder. Finding maybe if there's any sticky spots, maybe you roll it out a little bit there before moving on. As we go through everything today, make it your own. If something feels better, maybe you take that option. If something doesn't feel great, maybe you skip it. And when you're ready, go ahead and release your neck circles. We're going to do some arm circles, rolling our arms backward first. So your arms will go into your T shape, and then start rolling your arms and shoulders backward, making the circles a little bit bigger every time you go through. Nice and slow here, intentional shoulder mobility, releasing through the chest, the arms, the upper back. And then when your circle is as big as you can get it, take your hands behind your back. You might have to move forward in your seat a little bit. And then if you can clasp your hands behind your back, do so. Puff your chest forward, roll your shoulders down and back. And then release that. We'll come back to our T shape and do arm circles forward. Again, starting small, getting bigger each time you go through. And then when your circles are as big as they can get, you'll clasp your hands in front of your chest, interlace your fingers, and then point your palms away from you so your knuckles face you, and then tuck your chin to your chest, push your spine backwards as you send your palms forward to get a nice spine elongation stretch. And when you're ready, you can release that. Take your hands to your thighs, palms face down. We'll take it to our seated cat-cow. So you'll go through the motion, start getting a big inhale, sitting up tall. And when you exhale, you pull your chin to your chest, push your spine back as you roll your shoulders forward. And then when you need to inhale, you'll take it to cow, belly goes forward, shoulders roll down and back, nose goes forward. Go through this with your breath cycle, exhaling for cat, spine back, inhaling for cow, belly forward. Now, when you're ready, you can release that. And we're just going to take it to shoulder circles. So your hands can either stay on your lap or by your sides. We're going to shrug our shoulders towards our ears, roll them backwards, down, and then repeat. And reverse your direction. Shoulders go up, forward, down, and then back. And when you're ready, let your shoulders hang heavy. Shake that out. We'll go into open the gate for some hip, inner thighs openers. So you'll start with your feet flat. Pull your right knee to your chest. You can use your hands to do so, or you can just do it without your hands. And then right knee is gonna stay lifted, open to the right, and then your foot will drop back down, repeat. So right knee up, right knee out, start back at the beginning. Just right side to start. You choose your range here. Trying to get that right knee to open wider than the hip. The wider you go, the more of a stretch you'll feel. And when you're ready, set the right foot down. We'll switch to the left. Left knee pulls into your chest. Left knee opens to the left. Drop down. Reset. Repeat. Getting that left knee nice and wide when it's in the up position. Flowing through. And when you're ready, go ahead and wiggle that out, set your feet down, wiggle the hips maybe, and we will take it to our first flow. We're gonna do a dynamic movement, and then the last time we do it, we're gonna hold it for a static stretch. So we're gonna start with ankle flexion. So you can extend your legs a little bit longer out on the ground, and then I want you to flex your feet and then point your toes. So when you flex your feet, maybe your heels push into the ground, toes lift, and then when you point your toes, maybe your toes touch the ground and the heels lift. So with your ankle flexion, yes, this is ankle mobility, but we're also stretching through the backs of the legs and the fronts of the legs. So backs of the legs when the heels are flexed, fronts of the legs when the toes are pointed. Just rolling through. Got it. Next time your feet are flexed, hold them flexed. If you'd like to reach towards your toes, you can. And breathe. And then release that, point your toes. And again, option to reach towards your feet or sit up tall. And slowly sit back up, come to flat feet. We're gonna do core twists. So you have the option to have your hands on your hips. You have your option to have your arms in a T, or you can take your cactus goalpost arms, elbows bent at shoulder height, palms forward, fingertips up. Your goal here is to twist the chest, the nose to the right, come back through center, twist the chest and nose to the left, come back through center. So the twist is through the core. We're wringing out the core here. You're taking it nice and slow, just going back and forth. You want to keep your hips still. Our hips will have the tendency to want to twist with us, but then we lose some of that twist in the core. So take it nice and slow, nice and intentional. Keep those hips and that lower body still. Just breathing here. Again, if there's anything that you're finding, you're like, ooh, that feels good. Maybe we explore that a little bit. Next time you twist right, hold it there and take a couple deep breaths. Maybe you use the arms of your chair if you have them. Maybe use the base of your seat, the back of your chair to help you get further if that feels good. And go ahead and release, switch sides, twist to your left and hold. And release that. Come back through center. Take a deep breath. Reset. We're going to come into our windmills. So you're going to take your feet wider than shoulder width apart, toes forward, feet flat. And then you're going to take your right hand, reach it towards the outside of your left foot. So you do hinge forward from the waist. Left arm is going to go to the ceiling. Chest and torso, nose are left. Come back up seated, and then we switch. Left hand reaches towards the outside of the right foot or ankle, right hand to the ceiling. Come back through center and switch. You can take this nice and slow. Reaching only as far as feels good in your body. Exhaling as you twist, inhaling to reset. Next time you reach right, left hand to outside of right foot, hold. Right arm to the sky, nose and chest to the right. Reach long, reach low with that left hand, reach high with the right. Opening, try to peel the right shoulder back. And when you're ready, unwind through center, switch sides. Right hand to the outside of the left foot or ankle, left hand to the ceiling. Try to pull that left shoulder back. Breathing. And And release. Come back through center. Stand nice or sit nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath. Now we're going to take right leg only. Tap your heel on the ground as you straighten your right leg, and then come back to a flat foot. Right heel taps, leg extends, come back to a flat foot. Stretching out that right calf, back of the right leg. Maybe you add the hamstring scoop movement to this. So maybe as your heel taps, you let your fingers trace down your right leg, and then you sit tall as you reset. You got it. Next time your right leg is long, we hold. Maybe you trace your fingertips down your leg towards your right foot, maybe towards your right toes, and you feel that stretch through the back of that right leg. And when you're ready, reset through center. Right foot goes flat. We do it to the left leg this time. Left leg taps, heel taps on the ground as leg extends. Reset. Option to reach your fingertips towards the left foot as your leg extends and your heel taps. And come back through center as you reset. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of the calf every time you reach. Next time your left foot is flexed, heel tapping, you can hold it there. Maybe you reach your arms down towards your foot, releasing through the back of the left leg. Relax your shoulders. And then when you're ready, slowly sit back up nice and tall. We're going to reset, feet flat to the floor, and take it to a side bend, right arm on the move. So your left hand can either be on your hip, by your side, on your lap. Right arm goes along by your side, and then you're going to inhale, reach your right arm out to the side, up overhead, and then exhale, go into your side bend. Right arm reaches up and over to the left, and then you come out of it, and you stay right. Do it again. Right arm reaches out to the side, up over the head, and repeat. Try to cycle your breath. Inhale, reach, exhale, bend. And then take another nice deep breath as you reset, and just keep flowing through. Right side bend. Feeling a stretch from the right pinky all the way through the right arm, right side body to the right hip. Next time your right arm is up and over, hold it there. Take a couple deep breaths. Maybe you point your nose towards your right elbow. And reset. We're going to switch, so that right arm is going to go down wherever's comfortable. Left arm starts by your side. Inhale as your arm sweeps out to the side, up overhead, and exhale as you go into your side bend. Reset through center and repeat. Feeling the stretch from the left pinky through the left arm, left ribs, left side body to the left hip. Just flowing through your pace. Next time your left arm is up, you hold it there into your side bend stretch. Maybe point your nose towards your left elbow. reset. Let that left arm float back down by your side. We're gonna shake it out, maybe get a drink, and we're gonna go into some hip openers next. I'm gonna get a drink. So for our hip openers, we are gonna bring back open the gate. We're gonna work just the right side to start. So right knee is gonna hug towards your chest, open to the right, and then reset flat to the floor. Doing like a circular motion as it sweeps out. You're choosing your range here. Really trying to open the hip, stretch through the inner thigh. You're gonna stretch through the back of the leg as the knee comes up. Just flowing through here. All right, when you're ready, right foot will come flat to the floor, and we're gonna take it to tree with the right knee pointed out. So feet are flat, you're gonna take your right toes and point them out to the right, and then try to touch your right foot to the inside of your left ankle or foot, or as close to it as you can get. The main thing is the left knee points forward, the right knee points out, and you just start here, breathe here. So left foot flat, right toes on the ground, right heel slightly lifted, maybe resting on the inside of the left ankle or foot. Right knee wide. Maybe once you're here, you add a small hinge forward and embrace that opening through the hip slightly. From here, we're gonna take it to seated pigeon. So leave your left foot flat where it is. The outside of your right ankle is going to rest on the top of your left thigh. So that means your right knee points directly out to the right now. Outside of the ankle, top of left thigh. Now, this is a very intense hip opener. If you need to not have your right ankle rest on your left thigh, maybe you take your right foot and you try to tap your right toes on the the outside of the left foot on the ground. But if you can't get it up onto that left thigh, do so. And then from here, you can change the intensity by hinging forward from the waist. The further you hinge forward, the more you'll feel that stretch through the outside of the left hip and glutes. Just keep breathing. And when you're ready, you take both feet flat to the floor. And then you're gonna windshield wiper your knees. So keeping your feet on the floor, you're gonna let your knees fall to the right, bring them back through center, fall to the left. My range of motion is not huge here, but when they fall to the left, the outer left edges of my feet touch the ground. And then when they fall right, the outer right edges of my feet touch the ground. Now come back through center, both feet flat. Take your right leg and extend it straight, and then step it as far to the right as you can with your toes still pointing forward, foot flat. You can breathe here, or you can lean forward. And if you lean forward, maybe you reach your hands towards the ground. Maybe you rest them on your left thigh. Maybe you have one hand on your right leg, elbow on your left thigh. Whatever's going to work for the upper body to support you works for me. Feel that stretch through the inner thigh. As you're in this stretch, and with all the stretches that we're doing today, think about your inhale as an opportunity to create space for that stretch. And every exhale, you give those muscles permission to release deeper and to let go of the tension that you're holding on to. And when you're ready, come back up to a seated position. And then I want you to bring your feet together flat on the floor. So the inner edges of your feet touch, the bottoms of your feet are still on the floor. And then you're gonna open your knees so that your knees are not touching, but your feet, inner edges of the feet stay touching. And then you're going to take a forward fold from here. So this is kind of mimicking what a butterfly would do for a hip opener, with our knees falling a little bit wider, keeping the inner edges of our feet touching, feet flat, letting the head hang heavy. And when you're ready, slowly roll up to your seated position. We're going to do all that with the left side as our focus now. So sit nice and tall, hug your left knee to your chest, open the gate. Left knee goes up to the chest, left knee opens wide outside the hip, and then it resets. Blow through this. When you're ready, set that left foot down flat. This is our seated tree pose next. So your left toes stay on the ground, your left heel lifts, and maybe you touch your left heel to the inner edge of your right foot or your ankle. The goal here is that the right knee stays pointing forward and the left knee opens slightly to the side. And you can breathe here. You can hinge forward from the waist if you'd like. This is just that intro to getting that left hip slightly open. We'll take it deeper in our next stretch. Just breathe here to start. And when you're ready, we do take it to that seated pigeon. So the outside of your left ankle rests on the top of your right thigh. That left knee points out to the left, and you breathe here. If getting your ankle on top of your thigh is not happening for you, that left foot can try to reach across to touch the ground on the outside of the right foot. And you're gonna get that hip opener there as well. Hinge forward from the waist if you would like a deeper stretch, and you breathe here. Remember that breath is a tool here in this deep stretch. Inhaling, creating space, and exhaling, just consciously telling yourself, giving your body permission to let go of the tension that it's holding on to. And breathing here. Maybe while you're in this stretch, do a quick little body scan. If anything's tense, release it. The big tensors usually could be the jaw, the shoulders, the upper back. Just check in. And when you're ready, you can release that. Both feet flat. We do our wipers, so let the knees fall right and left. My range isn't huge here. Find what's going to work for you. As the knees go left, the left edges of the feet touch the ground, and as they roll right, the right edges of the feet touch the ground. And come back to flat feet. Your left leg is going to extend straight, and then the left foot is then going to reach as far to the left as you can with that straight leg. Option 2, hinge forward from the waist. Try to get your left toes to point forward, left foot flat. Put your hands wherever is going to help you get deeper into this stretch. Inner thigh, stretching here. You breathe. When you're ready, bring both feet back together, sit tall, and then the inner edges of your feet touch. Your feet stay flat to the floor, toes forward, and then the knees separate slightly. Hinge forward from the waist, forward fold. And when you're ready, you can slowly sit back up. Nice job. I'm going to get a drink, and we're going to transition to stretching the upper body. For the upper body, we're going to start focused on the right side, and then we will transition to the left. So for the right side, we're going to do our arm across stretch, the stretch that opens up through the back of the shoulder. So our right hand fingertips are going to reach to the left, so our arm comes across the chest. Our left hand is going to come between the left hand is going to come between the right elbow and shoulder, and the palm of the left hand is going to hug that right arm in closer to the chest and feel an opening through the back of that right shoulder blade. You breathe here. And go ahead and release that. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. We're going to transition to our tricep stretch. Your right arm goes to the ceiling, and then you bend your right arm so that the elbow ends up pointing to the ceiling, and the hand comes to the base of the neck or the back of the right shoulder blade. And you are going to take your left hand, guide that right elbow in closer to the midline or further back. Take a deep breath here. When you're ready, you can release that. We're going to take it to wrist circles with our right arm. So you can keep your right arm wherever it feels comfortable. I like to have my elbow just tucked by my side. And then you're going to draw circles with your wrist. Spread your fingertips nice and wide and just take that circular motion and switch directions. Go right, left. Do all the things, big circles, little circles. Just get some wrist mobility here. And when you're ready, extend your right arm straight in front of you, palm forward, fingertips up, like the stop signal. And then you're going to take your left fingertips and gently pull the right fingertips towards you, ever so gently, ever so slightly, to stretch the front or the bottom of the wrist. And go ahead and release that, keeping your right arm extended. Point your fingertips down now so the palm ends up facing you, the back of the hand faces away. And then take your left fingertips again and guide those fingertips towards you, stretching the outside or the back of the wrist. And then wiggle that out, give yourself a little shake of the right hand. And we move into our sweeping your hands out to the sides, up over the head. And clasp your fingers together overhead. Maybe face your palms up towards the ceiling. Arch your back, push your chest forward, stretching out through the chest, pulling the shoulder blades down and back, big elongation through the spine. And when you're ready, you can release that. We're gonna switch and focus on the left side next. So for the left side, we're gonna start with that arm across stretch. So the left fingertips are gonna reach directly to your right, so the left arm comes across the chest. The right hand, palm facing you, is gonna hug the left arm in closer to the chest, somewhere between the left elbow and shoulder. You can breathe here. Feel the opening through the back of the left shoulder as you release through the breath. Breathe. When you're ready, you can release that. We'll take it to our tricep stretch. So you raise your left arm to the ceiling, bend through the left arm so that your left elbow now points to the ceiling and the palm of your left hand comes to the upper back, base of the neck or shoulder blade. Right hand guides the left elbow in towards the midline or back to get a nice stretch through the tricep, back of the upper arm. And you're breathing here as well. Think about inhaling to create that space. Exhale, give your muscles permission to release the tension through the stretch. And go ahead and release that. And we're gonna take it to wrist circles on our left side. So take your left fingertips and spread them out from each other. Draw circles with your left wrist. You are switching directions. You're making them big, you're making them small. You're making this very fluid. And from there, pause the wrist circles, extend your left arm out straight in front of you, palm forward, fingertips up like a stop signal. Take your right fingertips, gently pull your left fingertips back towards you, stretching the underside of the wrist. When you're ready, you can release that. Keep your arm extended. Now fingertips point down, palm faces you, and again, gently take those right fingers and guide the left fingertips in towards you to get a stretch through the top of the wrist. Go ahead and release that. And we're gonna reset through the body by taking a nice big inhale. Reach your arms out to the sides, up over the head. Clasp your hands over your head. Twist your palms to face the ceiling and lift through the crown of the head. Nice big stretch through the spine, through the wrists, arms. Keep your shoulders drawing down as the fingertips reach up. And release the arms long by the sides. I'm gonna get a drink of water and we're gonna go into our final stretch sequence. So starting with your feet flat to the floor, arms by your side, just take a nice deep breath. And we are going to go into our cat-cow. So take your hands, palms to the thighs, tuck your chin to your chest, arch your spine back as you roll your shoulders forward as you exhale. And then as you inhale, you push your belly forward, roll your shoulders down and back, collarbone opens, nose forward. Flowing through these movements with your breath. So with every exhale, you tuck your chin in, spine pushes back, you're in cat. With every exhale, your belly pushes forward, you're in cow. Or every inhale, belly pushes forward, you're in cow. I might have said that backwards. But you exhale when the belly button is in, you inhale when the belly button is out to fill it with air. And when you're ready, you can wiggle out your shoulders, your hips if you need. And we are going to come to a side bend stretch. Right arm reaches out to the side, up over the head to the left. Nose points towards the right elbow. And your left hand is wherever supports you best. Just hold here and breathe. And release. Left arms turn. Left arm reaches out to the side, up over the head to the right. Nose points to the left elbow. Right arm is wherever supports you best. And release that arm by your side. You're going to now hug your right knee into your chest and hold it there. My arms are wrapped around my shin. You breathe. Maybe while you're hugging your right knee to your chest, you do some ankle circles with that right foot. Just get some extra ankle mobility involved. You're breathing here. And send the right foot down, switch, hug the left knee into the chest, and maybe some ankle circles with the left foot, left ankle, breathing. And when you're ready, both feet flat to the floor. We're going to take it to our forward fold. Go ahead, feet hip width apart. And fold yourself in half. Fingertips reach down towards the toes. Let the head hang heavy. Getting deeper into the stretch with every exhale, really just letting everything release. The stretch here you'll feel primarily in the back of the legs and the spine. Let the shoulders really just fall heavy. Let the shoulder blades separate. And you have an option now to come back up through center, straighten your legs, flex your feet so heels are on the ground, toes lifted, and reach in the forward fold here to increase the stretch to the backs of the legs with the legs straight, building off of that last forward fold. And come back to standard forward fold, feet flat, and then hinge forward, reach your hands to the ground, and then walk your feet wider than your hips to take it to a wide-legged forward fold. Knees can be bent. If it feels good to straighten your legs, maybe you take that option, but my feet are going to remain flat for this one. Let the head hang heavy. And when you're ready, you can slowly come back up to your seated position. And we're gonna do some breaths. Start with your arms long by your sides. Take a nice big inhale as you reach your arms out to the side up overhead. And then an exhale as you let those arms float back down to your sides. Again, at your own pace, breathing with the arms raising and lowering. And after your next breath cycle, I want you to find your most comfortable seated position, wherever that is for you. And we're going to go through our body scan. So I'm going to get a quick drink before we do that. Get wherever you'd like to be. And for our body scan, we're just going to focus on our breathing, and we're just going to notice, and that's all you need to do today. So I'm going to take you through focusing on different aspects of your body, and then you'll just notice, breathe, and we'll move on. So we're going to start with the toes. Bring your attention to your toes, and you just notice. Do your toes feel tight? Do they feel free? Do they feel nothing at all? It's just for you to observe. There's no right or wrong. There just is whatever is. On your next exhale, you let those thoughts float away, and you go to the rest of the foot. So you have the top of your foot, you have the bottom of your foot, your heel, and that's where your attention goes to noticing. Keeping your breath going. Your attention shifts to your ankles. Your breathing. Just noticing anything, any sensations about your ankles. And if you don't notice anything, that is not wrong. That is right. Whatever you are noticing or not noticing is perfect. On your next exhale, we're going to transition your focus to the calf and the shin, the entire lower leg. And with your next exhale, you let all of those thoughts go and you bring your attention to your knees. Think about the front of the knee, but also consider the back of the knee. All you need to do is notice. When you have those distracting thoughts that enter through the mind, just let them float away on a cloud and bring your thought back to your observation. On your next exhale, your attention goes to your thighs. You have the front of the thigh with the quads. You have the back of the thigh with the hamstrings. And you're just breathing. With your next exhale, we bring our focus to the hips and to the glutes. You have your hip socket. You have your glutes. Just notice, just observe. And with your next exhale, that floats away. We come to the core, your belly and your back. Focusing on the breath. With your next exhale, chest and shoulder blades come into observation. Release that and come to your fingertips. Maybe the entire fingers, the thumbs. Bring the attention to the palms of your hand, the back of your hand. Your entire hand is in focus now. And you let that drift away as you focus on the wrists next. From the wrists, we move to the forearms. From the forearms, we move to the elbows. Think about not only the back of the elbow, but the front of the elbow. And with your next exhale, we take our attention to the upper arm. We have the biceps on the front, the triceps on the back. And from there, you take your attention to your shoulders, the shoulder joint, the top of the shoulder. And now all the way to your neck, maybe the collarbone as well. The back of your neck, the front of your neck, the sides. From here, we'll go to the back of the head next. And shift the focus to the jaw. From the jaw, shift your focus to the rest of the face, the mouth, the nose, the eyelids, the forehead, the cheeks. And from there, we're going to go to the top of the head. And as you're at the top of the head, think about all of those observations releasing, floating away, making you feel lighter. Letting all the thoughts that come by just float away on little clouds. Letting all those observations release. And when you're ready, we're just going to focus on the breath. All the attention comes back to the breath. Maybe come into your body a little bit. Maybe give yourself wiggles. Get grounded. And breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take one more deep breath for yourself. From here, we stop our session. Sorry if the noise is abrasive when I had to stop recording.